RPGaDay 2026, day 16. We're exactly at the halfway point of the month. And so today I'm going to go into the topic of why world building. Now, this probably should have been the first one, but I think it fits when, halfway point of the month. Anyway, the reason for to have world building, to do this kind of exercise, is to establish consistency within the game world, making the sources of a campaign setting into a whole. For example, so far for this RPGaDay exercise, I've drawn from the Midnight Muscadine's story cards, information from the AD&D Monster Manual, and procedures from the AD&D Dungeon Master's Guide, including things for terrain and habitation, encounter tables, and even attracting population to an area. The initial inputs like this are what generate the starting lore of the game campaign. And by that, I don't mean a potential info dump to players, but a foundation for the GM to make decisions and react to PC actions and responding to player in-game questions, and to establish that kind of consistency. And then further lore is generated as the game progresses through PC action and the reactions of the world to that action. And all of that world building informs those types of decisions and how that world develops. Ultimately, it's about prep. What a GM needs to do to provide for a consistent, immersive world to give players the ability to make meaningful, informed game decisions. And that works with smoothly running the system just to keep it out of the way and intrusive. Having that knowledge, kind of establish that foundation of knowledge, helps the game flow and helps for situations, depending on the group, how much immersion you want, having immersion in the game world, having that bit of escapism, that getting into another mindset that RPGs are built for, what a lot of people seek out of RPGs. And having that world building helps figure out how what the game world is ties into that system, so that you can intrinsically put together the RPG system mechanically and use it to be able to find the information you need, or to use the information you have about the game world more efficiently and more smoothly, and so that you don't have the pauses and stutters, which I'm having right now. Now, of course, there is a time investment in this. You see, so that you can invest in some of that time investment is learning the system, and part of that time is building the knowledge of the world, so that you can utilize those two, shuffle them together, and provide for a good game experience and a consistent world. So far in this RPGaDay, I've had a couple of sessions that have run a little under 6 minutes, and I've had a few sessions that have also run a little over 10 minutes, but mostly have fallen within that 6 to 10 minute range. So looking at that over the course of a month, if I ended up averaging 6 minutes for the 30 days of lore building that I should be doing, not including this episode, obviously, but if I spend the rest of the 30 days doing that world building, if I averaged out to 6 minutes, I would have 180 minutes of time invested, which is 3 hours. If it ended up averaging around 10 minutes, the higher end, I would have 300 minutes invested, which would be 5 hours, which seems like a lot. It seems like that's a lot of prep time. But looking at how long an RPG can run, how many sessions can get at it, if you only got 5 2-hour sessions out of it, that's 10 hours of play time out of 3 to 5 hours of prep time. If you have 10 sessions of playtime, that would be 20 hours of game time. So, and with a situation like I've been developing in this world building exercise with factions and lots of locations and lots of different possibilities within the game world so far. That's a lot of relationships for the PCs to get to know and to work with and work through. That's a lot of strings that can be pulled every time the PCs make an action, make an acquisition, make a choice, make an alliance. And that's the ultimate purpose of the world building, is to provide a space to play, and a space to play that can give that sort of rich decision-making opportunity that RPGs, which makes them unique, which really makes them thrive, a free-form space to operate in that has sufficient detail and is sufficiently meshed to the specific gaming system that you're using to provide a really good experience that people keep coming back to and keeps the campaign running. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, just sort of the why world build. I know there's a lot of opinions about that out there: low prep, no prep, high prep, serious details, general ideas. But however it's executed, the reason for world buildings is to make the game a success. So hope you enjoyed that little thought process. Hope you're enjoying RPGaDay 2026 and all the other creators out there, and have a great day.